I'm Jonathan Torres. I'm here in Long Beach, California, here with Kids Talk Radio. I'm here with Adrian Oliveria. Hello, Adrian.
How you doing?
Nice to have you here. Now,
Glad to be here.
tell us who is Adrian Oliveria?
Well, I'm first and foremost a Cape Verdean immigrant with a very deep sense of pride in the history, in the richness of the history and culture and traditions of Cape Verde. I migrated from Cape Verde in the early 70s. I came at the age of 7, along with my mother and my sister. She was 5 at the time. We settled in the New England area, and I was raised in a little square, 1 square mile city called Central Falls in the state of Rhode Island.
Um, do you remember how was childhood in Cape Verde?
I had very vague memories. I remember as a kid, my father was a merchant marine, so he used to bring me a lot of toys when he traveled to Brazil, and I remember playing with my bike coming down this hill, which at the time seemed like a very long hill. And I went back recently to visit, and I realized just how short it was, but I remember playing with the other kids, and I remember watching movies in people's backyards. We used to put up sheets. They'd hang sheets in the back of the houses, and they would have these projectors. They would show like Charlie Chaplin movies, and I remember those kinds of things. But that's pretty much it.
Oh wow. So how was the transition going from Cape Verde to Rhode Island?
Well, it was a different world. I mean, you can imagine coming from at the time what would be considered third world country and coming to this big country. It was the language barrier and everything else. It was a big deal for me as a kid. But I quickly got in the groove and made friends and learned the language quickly. I had the opportunity to go to very good private school early on, so I developed friends that I still have today. So it was pretty good experience for me as a kid.
So it seems that it wasn't as difficult for you as you came to Rhode Island, and how was your education there?
Well, I'm very fortunate because my mother, she had a great job in Cape Verde, great position, prospect, for the future, and she left looking for an opportunity for her kids, and that's why she came here, and she gave me the opportunity to go to a private school. We came from a lower income family. We lived in a lower income neighborhood. Under the government program, we qualified for a program that gave me the opportunity to go to this private school because it was pretty expensive. My mother, otherwise, she wouldn't have been able to afford it. I mean, she worked very hard to just keep food on the table. We didn't have much as a kid, but one thing that she stressed a lot, and I think this is one of the things that Cape Verdean families stress a lot, is the fact that education is the key to success. And my mother was big with that, and she wanted to make sure that I had the very best opportunity early on. So she enrolled me in a Catholic private school, and I was at the school from the 4th to the 8th grade, and I believe with deep sincerity that it's because of that experience that is why I'm here today having this conversation with you.
And how far did your education take you? What career have you now focused on?
Well, I went from I joined the military right out of high school. First of all, my intention wasn't initially to go to college.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe down the road, but I wanted to experience the world, travel, get away from Rhode Island, and get a chance to grow as a person, become more of a man, I guess you could say. And once I did 4-year tour, I served overseas in Germany, so that was a great experience. I got a chance to visit visit Holland, for example. I've been to France, visit some relatives, Cape Verdeans all over the world. And at the end of my time in the military, I decided that it would probably be best for me to go into the private sector rather than making a career, going and get a job in the private sector. So in order to give myself the very best opportunity to succeed, I decided to enroll at Northeastern University. I applied and got accepted into the engineering program. So my background is in engineering. Although I started school in Northeastern, it took me approximately eight years or so, and eventually I graduated from San Diego State University with a degree in engineering. I had to work, during that time. I didn't, although I had help from the military, under the Veterans Education Program, they gave me a certain amount of money for college, but it wasn't enough, so I had to work part-time, and in some cases I had to work full-time and take semesters off. But Eventually, I got it finished. So, got an engineering degree.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Now you mentioned that you visited around, well, the world. How was it like going into European countries such as France and Holland?
Well, France was tremendous. Good. I got a chance to visit the Louvre and got a chance to see all the old, the Mona Lisa and all the old, historical paintings that they have that came all from Italy, by the way, when Napoleon brought it over to France. Holland I like best though, because Holland was, I have a lot of family in Holland. It's a fun place to be. As a kid, I was going out with my friends and my family, visiting all the different shops and nightclubs, and so it's kind of fun. So it was a great experience just to see how people live in the other countries as opposed to how it is here. I think it kind of helps you to grow as a person to be able to see, have all these different experiences.
That must have been quite exciting. Now, how was it different when you left Cape Verde as a child and coming back to Cape Verde as an adult?
Well, I tell you, it was a tremendous experience because, while I was in high school, my mother would periodically take trips to Cape Verde, and I always saw that as an opportunity to stay home alone, and wreak havoc, and I never thought about going to visit. And when I finally did, after 33 years, it was overwhelming. I remember the first night I was there, I was sitting at this cafe shop, and I was overwhelmed with emotions, really, and I just thought about my grandmother and my uncle who literally brought me, he was sort of like my father because my father was a merchant marine, he was never really around. And I just started crying and I couldn't stop, crying, and just realized that this is where my roots lie, and I remember some of the experiences that I had as a kid, and it was just, it was just one of those moments that, very, very, I'll never forget, very emotional moment for me.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Adrian, for giving us a glimpse about how was your life, getting out from Cape Verde and coming back to Cape Verde as an adult.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'd like to say one more thing, actually, just for the kids out there. I can tell you, from my own experiences, I was brought up in a single parent home. We lived basically below the income level of most people. I mean, we didn't have a vehicle to be able to get back and forth. I mean, I remember going grocery shopping. We used to have to push the cart home and take the cart to go and do our laundry. And I can tell you that one thing I can say is that if you stay focused on what you want to do, the only limits that you have is within yourself. I mean, you can be whatever or whoever you want to be if you focus on your education, and you focus and you persevere through the good and through the bad times, that you will succeed. And I'm a living testament of that. I mean, I came out here, I've gotten my broker's license. I'm a real estate broker. I've been able to reach the highest levels of real estate achievements in the state of California. I'm a broker in Arizona. I'm in the elite group of real estate agents throughout the country. I'm in the 8% percentile of real estate agents around the world that actually belong in this group. And I got in this group by basically working hard, closing real estate transactions. I never really had anyone over me teaching me how to do these things. I just had to open up the book, research, and just get it done. And the thing is not to be afraid. And that's the thing, not to be, confront your fears. When you see something that you're afraid to do, that's when you need to approach it head on, and you will realize that you will learn a lot about yourself, and you'll be able to go very, very far in life. So this is what I'd like to get the message out to the kids, is just to stay focused, to not to be afraid, to confront your fears, and don't let anything hold you back, and you will be successful. I guarantee you that.
Well, thank you so much for your advice, Mr. Oliveria.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm Jonathan Torres. I'm here in Long Beach, California, and we're signing off from Kids Talk Radio.